Hello. Thanks very much, Donna, for the introduction. I'd like to thank the Organization of Chinese American Women for helping me set up this book launch. Also, thanks to the Patrick Henry Library for sponsoring this event. And there are some seats over here. Most of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out here on a busy Memorial weekend to celebrate my new book with me. I have copies here today, fresh off the press. And it is also available at Amazon and on my website, veronicalee.com. Today's event is also a celebration of my Chinese heritage, because the theme of the book is filial piety, a bedrock of Chinese culture. I know most Chinese cringe when they hear the filial piety word. Their parents use it to club them on their heads and make them feel guilty about not doing enough. In the course of writing the book, I have discovered what filial piety is and isn't. Filial piety is not about what you cannot do for your parents and feeling bad about it. It's about what you can do for your parents and feeling good about it. Filial piety isn't about guilt. It's about love. A love that can turn the burden of caregiving into an uplifting experience. Okay, let me show you my book. Confucius says it's a novel about caring for aging parents and is based on my own experience. When my parents became too weak to live independently, I moved them from California to my home here in Vienna, Virginia. My 4 siblings in California had done their share in caregiving. I thought it was my turn to pay back. Let me show you a picture of my parents. My mom was 87, my dad was 88 then, and this picture was taken in my home. Aren't they a handsome couple? Yeah. Let me show you another picture of them.
Wow.
On their wedding day. This was taken in Chongqing, China in 1946. They met there as refugees during the Sino-Japanese War. So my parents were with me for 10 years. After they passed away, I wanted to write about the caregiving experience. My first draft was a memoir in my voice, but there was something very unsatisfying about it. First of all, because it was my memoir, my parents had no say in the story. It was just me talking about how difficult they were and what I had to do for them. Most caregiving stories are told from the caregiver's point of view. But what about the care receivers? They go through the ordeal just as much. Imagine being sick and helpless and dependent on others. That's not a good place to be. I needed to give my parents their say. I needed to understand what they were going through, because today I'm the caregiver, tomorrow I will be the care receiver. Another reason I wasn't happy about my first draft was that it was depressing. Aging and dying can be depressing. Who wants to read a depressing book? The only way I could make it